So my advice to you is don't, if you already started in one state, I don't even care. Don't, this is not to say that if you started your case in Florida, just to give an example, and now you've been waiting for a year and now you want to move it to Minnesota because you're hearing that it's going to be faster. Don't do that. That's going to delay you 6 months to a year just changing it from one place to another. Don't do that. That is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is stick to wherever you're at. And if you are planning, if you are in a small state and you're planning to move to a state where there's more immigrants, keep that in mind. Now, if you're going to keep your immigration paperwork in this state where there's less immigrants there, fine. But also keep in mind that now you're going to spend more money on traveling. So my highest suggestion to people, especially when moving is involved, don't move unless God is telling you to move and unless you absolutely have to. Okay. One of the reasons that I know, and I will say that that's okay for you to move, is if you are in a domestic violence situation and that person has threatened you, then I would say that to the attorney that is working on your paperwork so that they can have that in the documentation. I don't know if you're getting your green card or whatever it is that you're looking for through this proceeding as a victim. If you are going through something like that, then there's a different, there's just a whole other way that they do it, right? And so my whole point of doing this video is it doesn't matter what state, the requirements is going to be across the board. You're going to have the same requirements in every single state. The timeline is always going to be the same. They'll always tell you 1 year to 2 years, 1 year to 3 years, 1 year, 3 years to 5 years, depending on what you're doing. It's going to be the same. The only difference is how quick is it going to move, and that's really, quite honestly, an act of God type of situation. And so keep that in mind wherever you're starting it. Don't change it. If you do decide to move, like let's say it's within the same state, but you're just moving from one county to the other, make sure you do everything in your power to let the courts know, because these courts are not like these DMV traffic tickets violations, right? Here's the extra fee, you have to pay $50 and then pay the fee for reinstate your driver's license. They don't care. They're not like that. They're quite different. So if you miss your appointment, you got to go through the whole process. I wouldn't say from the beginning, but you will have to wait for your chance to get back on this line. And you're gonna go right back to the back of the line, is what I'm saying. So please do whatever's in your power not to not to move from a different state. If you've already started in this state, stay there until you have something that is solid, and then before moving to the next process, right? So like let's say you're doing your I-130. Once your I-130 gets approved in this state, then fine, move to this one and then start the next process there, right? Or if you're getting your green card in this state, then move once you have it in your hands, and then you can move to another state and then start the next process while you're there. That's my biggest suggestion. Don't jump around because it's dangerous. And I know for immigration, that's very common for this to happen, where people miss their appointments. My parents missed one for mine, and that cost us a lot of money. That's actually where we got one of the orders of deportation. So don't do that. Don't put yourself in that situation. Do whatever you can do for that not to happen. I think I reiterated that pretty well, right? Don't do it. Bye.